Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wölf Watches. This is reading your comments on my videos. So first of all, thank you for those. I haven't looked at them yet. We're going to look at them now. I'm not feeling the greatest today. So hopefully all the comments will be positive and they won't piss me off or piss you off. So I don't know. Firstly, let me say thank you for all the new subscribers. And thank you for watching along with my videos. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate the comments that we're about to go through. Also, I want to say I've done a couple of reaction videos that are scheduled and they've been blocked already, even though they were scheduled and private. So they were Sequest episode 1 and 2. Also Xena Warrior Princess. So I've appealed them. I've edited bits out, but the problem with that is once you edit a bit out, they ask you to edit another bit out, and another bit, and another bit, and before you know it, there's hardly any video left, which is, in my eyes, unfair to you because there was a lot edited out anyway. The copyright's getting a wee bit worse on YouTube. But I've appealed it and hopefully you'll get to see it. If not, I'll find out a way to put it on my Patreon. So enough with me talking. Let's get on with more me talking. Let's have a wee read through your comments. Thank you for those. First of all, like and subscribe, follow me on Facebook and YouTube, and you already do, which is why you're on the comments video. Right, let's see. This one. This reaction was wonderful. Just binged the show, so I was happy to see a reaction to the series. Thank you very much for those kind words. I enjoyed the show as well. I didn't binge it. I did it over time so that it would have been released the day after airing on Channel 4, and it was really good. 3:33, that's me. Yeah, I remember that. That was the last one I liked, so thanks for that again. The Drake Jensen music video. I remember this song is from Corey Hart. Make part of my teenage years. Now I'm 49 years old, by the way. You're so handsome, polar bear. Hugs from Brazil. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a really nice song. I honestly haven't heard the original version. I'll need to do that soon. From reading your comments, that's me. That is me. Let's see. From Cobra Kai season 305. Right, okay, first of all, I know I keep saying Japan. I know it's Okinawa. I apologise for that now. Cool reactions. I suggest adding the word reaction to your title. That way might be you're not finding that's why a lot are not finding them. I should do that, yeah. To reading your comments. Great camera and audio quality. Could watch and listen for hours. Ha! Thanks, Sean. Cobra Kai 301. Same, Dimitri is also my favourite character. He is one of my favourite back characters. He's really good. I loved that his actor responded to my fan question during the live interview. Oh, fantastic. Well done. That would have been interesting. You should put the wee link down for me. Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's very fearless to me. Cobra Kai 305. I agree that this was the best episode of the entire series of Cobra Kai, although obviously scenes between Daniel and Kumiko in season 4 were some of the best moments, especially with the reading of the letters. Thanks for your reaction. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, I loved those scenes where they read Mr. Miyagi's letters. It was really good. I thought it was a nice touch and it gave a little bit of more depth and closure to Mr. Miyagi, and hopefully Daniel will move forward, even though he'll always be spirited with even though Mr. Miyagi will always be the spirit of the show. Reading your comments. I was pretty drunk when I made that comment. Ha! I apologise. Love your videos. Thanks very much, and anytime you want to read them, anytime you want to comment, fine. Cabaret. The phrase on the poster is a play of words. Manelli's mother, Judy Garland, starred in a film, A Star is Born, second version. So she did, you're right, I completely forgot about that. She's great, isn't she? Love her swearing, but you actually missed the best bit. The conductor says that she can't bring the chair on the bus, and she says, I've got a condition. He says, what condition? And she says, I won't banter your plum cakes if you let us in the bus. Did I miss that bit out? No, sorry about that. The problem with the editing, the copyright is they make you take bits out. So, but I enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to it coming back later this year. Hopefully there'll be 3 episodes this year. I found that Saucy Nancy character very irritating. No, she was funny. And totally different person compared to the way Barbara Windsor creation was in the original Borsal Gummidge, who was more lovable. I think the Barbara Windsor version was annoying as well and rude, but she was nowhere near what this version was. Yeah, I love both versions, and I'm a fan of both versions. Different interpretations. Let's go and get spandexed. It's a Sin, episode 2. Oh, you're lovely. I really enjoyed that. Thank you. I enjoyed watching It's a Sin. A really great show. It's a Sin 101. Thanks for reviewing the series. I personally loved it and it bawled my eyes out. New subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, and yeah, what a show that was. Definitely cried a lot during it. I even cried a few times when I was editing it as well, because you pick up a wee bit more information, especially the last episode. It's a Sin 101. Can I just say you are so wolfing adorable. Thank you. It's a Sin 103. One word sums up this episode: heartbreaking. This is the one with Colin as the main focus, as a terrible episode, but it also shocking reveal from that B&B he was staying at. I binge watched the series in all 4 the day after it came out, but I had to take a break after episode 3. Absolutely heartbreaking, and I never cry at TV shows, but this one I was bawling my eyes out. Definitely agree with you there about the bawling your eyes out. I just finished it tonight. Same heartbreaking, unbelievably they had to go through. We're all struggling now, but by God that was tough. Amazing show. I really love all these comments on It's a Sin show. Episode 103, It's a Sin. The series is more emotional than I thought. Cobra Kai 306. John Kreese, one of the best villains I've ever seen on TV. Definitely. One of these characters you hate but you love the actor. He is so smart and the actor plays is so brilliant. By the way, how come a Scot uses a German? Why do I use a German umlaut over my O? Why not? It makes me individual and it makes my name stand out a little bit more. 355. Yeah, to be honest, Kreese has a point. As you says, how did he lose when he was training there for a while to an untrained fighter? Did I say that? Well, I must have meant it when I said it. Kyler is a trained fighter, albeit wrestling. Yeah, I can't stand Kyler, but yeah, he is wrestling, so he knows a few good moves. Cobra Kai 306. Great reaction. Thank you. It's a Sin 103. Fun fact, this was filmed before Philip Schofield came out. Was it? If it was filmed before, how did they know? Poor Gordon the gopher. That's why you used to wear a wee leather jacket. Cobra Kai 306. Your reactions are a little too short to appreciate your emotions on some of the scenes. I would like to expand my reactions, but the copyright thing, I know it's not 10 minutes anymore, but it's just a pain because you get the background music and you get other music and you get scenes that have got to get taken out and you get copyright claims and it becomes a pain in the ass. But yeah, I've got another series coming up. Hopefully I'm going to try and expand that a little bit better from now on. It's a Sin 101. Oh, I love the show and I loved your reactions. Thank you very much for that. It's a Sin 101. When you said, do you think he remembers all their names, in Richie's final speech when he says, I remember them all. That was a really good notice, well done. Because it's true, you do remember certain things, but I'm rubbish with names, as you've seen by me watching episodes. Can't pick them up right away. But yeah, that's a good point. That was actually well written. That happened. It's a Sin 102. You have a new subscriber here. The show was wonderful. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Episode 103. This episode broke my heart. Me too, poor Colin. Episode 101. Can someone tell me how I can watch it? Got no TV, only YouTube. It looks great. PS, loved your viewing. Thank you. Yep. If you're in Ireland and UK, you can get it on all four for free. In the US, it's coming together, HBO Max soon, but I don't know about the rest of the world. The Americans and Canadians were a week behind us, but they should be finished off by now as well. It's a Sin 103. Enjoying your posts, would you consider revisiting Queer as Folk series? Yes, I have that on my list of shows that I can get picked out, where you would get, where if it gets 500 views, then I will watch the rest of the season. I've also got the American version tucked away in there that I would like to react to that because I didn't see that. But yeah, the UK one didn't last very long, did it? It was one season and a couple of extra episodes for season 2. Love Victor. Yes, amazing show. I haven't seen the rest of that season yet, but that first episode was really good. My top 5 shows watched by you. I like this too. Thank you. The Hobbit. The Hobbit 1977 dwarfs are definitely less sexy in this. They are, definitely are, and they're very hard to recognise, each one. Feely and Keely's the only ones you recognise, and you don't even be able to tell them apart. It's a Sin 101. You deserve so much more attention. The editing's good, your reaction is good, and not just a blank face. The thumbnails are cool. Oh, thank you very much. I enjoy watching this show, and I like making the thumbnails as well. Ian, there's fudge right behind you, be careful. It's a Sin 104. I'm going to watch these episodes again, as there are things you miss when you watch it for the first time. Definitely, I notice a few things when I'm doing the edits of these shows, and you miss them on to react to them on camera. So I'm wondering if I should start doing an extra review after I've edited it right at the end of the videos, to be included in movies as well, because there's things that you miss and you don't react to. Episode 104, it's a Sin. Good stuff. We're getting through these comments. All positive so far and good to comment back. in real time. So thank you. This way you're getting my live reaction as well. I'm not just sitting thinking of something nice to say, I'm just giving you my real reaction. It's a Sin episode 4. Thank you, this is an amazing series. You have the sweetest, cutest voice, bless you. Thank you for that. I've had a few people in the past commenting that they can't understand my accent because I'm Scottish, but thank you for that. Cobra Kai 307. I am not telling well today with a bad cold, but you have made me tell a lot better. Keep safe. God bless you. D from Manchester. Thank you. I hope you feel better now. Episode 7. You have made me feel a lot better. Glad you enjoyed my reactions. It should be finished. Is it next week's the last episode? So I hope you enjoyed it, and sorry I never done seasons 1 and 2 because I watched them last year and I didn't want to lie with my reactions. So Cobra Kai 307, awesome. Thank you. I'll go cool to Wong Fu. Julie Newmar played one of the best Catwomen in the 60s, I think. Yes, do you think? Right, yes, she was one of the best Catwomen and I really liked her. Her and Arthur Kitt are two of the best actresses to play Catwoman. Totally agree. Michelle Pfeiffer was pretty good too. Let's not mention Halle Berry. She doesn't count. And I haven't seen the Dark Knight trilogy. It's on my list, and I don't know if anybody would be interested in me reacting to that. It's a Sin 102. Thank you, Wölf. You're welcome, my lane. It's a Sin 104. I cannot see this here. It's pay-per-view HBO Max. Can't afford it. So I'm loving the synopsis and your reactions. I hope you get to see the full episode soon. I'm sure they'll be popping up somewhere on the internet world. So hopefully you get to see the full versions. Lord of the Rings 78 Part 1. The rotoscope technique for this film really gave the animation an extra edge. That what it was called, a rotoscope technique. It definitely was a different type of animation. It made it a wee bit more darker and scarier, I thought. Lord of the Rings 1978 Part 1. I always like to keep costs down the rotoscope battle scenes from the film Zulu into the film. Oh, that's an interesting fact. I remember when I was really young, they took me to see Zulu in the cinema. I have no idea why they took me to see it, but they took my older brother as well, and he thought he was going to see Lulu. So if you know who that is, you have a wee giggle. Lord of the Rings 1978. Oh, love your tattoo. Thank you very much. I love it too. I should get more. Lord of the Rings 1978. Man, you're adorable. Oh, thank you. It's a positive thing. Thank you. It's a Sin 105 finale. I've loved watching along with you. Thank you, Derelius. Is that how you say your name? I apologise if it's not, but thank you for watching along with me. I appreciate that a lot. And I appreciate all your comments that everybody's making. Especially for It's a Sin. I've never had that amount of viewers before, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's a Sin 105 finale. So sad this is exactly what it was like. They would not let lovers visit their dying since they were not family. That's terrible. I remember if you have a scroll back through all my videos, there was one about living with AIDS. I did a couple of years ago. It was a wee documentary, and it also gives a wee sight into what it was like having HIV in the 80s. It was really sad, and I'm kind of glad I wasn't an adult during then, but I was a teenager and a child, and it was difficult to understand what I was during those periods of time. I didn't come out until the early mid 90s. 94 I think I came out. Let's not get negative and talk about that one. Friends are our chosen families. Totally agree with that. I was a hospice nurse and held hands with the dying while dogs were suited up and in terror. Despicable shits. Thank you for that. That would have been... That is karma right. That is good karma right away. Round of applause to you. You well deserved that. Thank you for... That's awesome. You help people in their final moments. People were so horrible in those days, especially some doctors. Speaking from experience as a teenager. Not going to go into that here. Episode 105 finale. I am very enjoying this series. Thank you. And it was great too. Let's see. It's a Sin 105. I really enjoyed your reactions to the series, and I think you offered a thoughtful commentary. Plus some of your reactions were comically spot on, and you really made me laugh too. Yeah, that's kind of one of my downfalls, is my facial expressions. I can't hide my expressions. I'm got a crap poker face. Agreed. See, agreed. Glad you liked them. Episode 105, It's a Sin. Lovely. Thank you. Episode 105 finale. Enjoy is not the right word, but I thought that was one of the most moving scenes I've seen in a long time. All the credit must go to all those involved in the making of it. And of course Russell T Davies, who has given us our place. Absolutely. Well done to Russell T Davies and all of the cast and crew of It's a Sin. Was an amazing show. I have watched some interviews and Zoom calls, is it? And I didn't know the real Jill made an appearance in the show. See, if I knew that when I was doing the reaction, because I avoided all the spoilers, I would have mentioned that, and I would have mentioned other things as well. I didn't know that the Pink Palace was based on a real place. He didn't live there, but he says he knew people that lived there. Yeah, so just simple things like that. I avoided all the spoilers and I just gave a real reaction to that. Yep. After you watch it all and edit it all, you find out extra things and it makes it better. It makes it a more enjoyable show for you to keep on your list. Lord of the Rings 7th Day. I love that you're celebrating Animation Month. If you're looking for other great films, Song of the Sea and Moonwalkers are absolutely stunning. Plus they depict old British Irish folklore and also other criticism of English colonialism. Oh, I haven't heard of those. I'm going to write those down actually and have a wee look for them. There is an animation that I was going to do. It's a strange one. I had a wee look at it after I downloaded it. It looks interesting. I still might do it at some point. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called Fantastic Planet, and it looks like a wee bit like the Anunnaki, if you know who they are. So I might still do that at some point this year. Episode 105, It's a Sin. The episode was such a kick in the gut. Definitely, especially the final scene with Jill on the pier with his mum. That wasn't great. I'm actually scared about how people are going to react to that scene, just in case I was too cheeky and not understanding. It's a Sin 105 finale. Brilliant, just brilliant TV. The whole series has left me all over the place emotionally. I'm a 50-year-old gay guy. I lived through those years. Excuse me. It was so difficult explaining to people that it was like. Yeah, a lot of younger generation gay people dismissed it and they used to make a fool of it. But now we can say, go watch It's a Sin, and for a few hours you get to understand, to feel what it was like. A lot of people still don't believe it was like that, but the majority of people do realise that it was like that. Love to all the people who helped to make this series, and I love Wölf for his honest. Read more. Empathetic commentary. Loving like Jason. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I tried to be honest in my reactions. These are all raw reactions and real reactions, so I haven't seen these before and rewatching them. This show destroyed me. Very powerful. It's a Sin, episode 104. Cool reaction. Cobra Kai season 3, episode 8. It's a Sin. It's a Sin 103. The episode broke me. I kept shouting, not Colin. Yeah, it definitely was a shock to find out he was positive, and a wee bit more shocking to find out how he actually got it, the guy with the football shirt. It's a Sin 101. Hey Wölf, just found you here last night. Hi Bryn. We've been friends for 25 plus years. Brilliant reaction video. It's a Sin is an amazing little series. You know me, Captain 80s it's perfect. I caught up with the show in the last week or so on all 4. Now I've devoured all the after hours and caught up with loads of interviews with Russell T Davies and the cast. Yes, thank you for the link you sent me on the interview with the cast. I enjoyed that, and I've been watching a few other things and the after hours as well. I've been watching a few episodes of that. That was really good. It's a Sin 102. In case you didn't notice, both Mr. Hart and Mrs. Bowen were in Game of Thrones. Were they? I get lost at Game of Thrones characters and actors. There's so many, they come in and then they die and you forget about them really quickly. It's a Sin 104. In case you didn't know, Jill, her mum, was played by the real Jill, a friend of RTD who did live in the house Cher called the Pink Palace. Really? See, I knew the real Jill was in it, but I didn't know that's who it was. Thanks for letting me know that. That's cool. No, I didn't know that. I like Jill's parents in this. They were really supportive. Episode 105, It's a Sin. Valerie to Jill's boys are Randy. Wölf comments, oh shut up. Did I? Oops. Ben is a 9 bob note. Brilliant. It's a Sin, episode 3. It's a Sin is now available to watch in America. Seems like they are having the same reaction over there as we had over here. Fuck, you can't treat people like that. Fuck, I've fallen in love with Colin. Fuck, Colin's dead. Yeah, roller coaster. Do. The finale of Phoenix and the Carpet. Oh my god, somebody actually watched it. Hey there Wölf, just wanted to let you know how much I enjoyed all your reviews of Phoenix and the Carpet. I first watched the series when I was a child and I finally saw it again when I bought it on DVD last year. I love it. I really laughed at many of your funny reactions, comments, etc. and you have a nice presentation style. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll be sure to check out some of your other reviews. Best wishes and take care. Thank you for that. Also, I still would like to do the Phoenix and the Carpet from the 1997, is it? And Five Children and It, and the Four Children and It from 2020. I would like to do those to see if it's a continuation, because I think it's the same children, the same characters that appear in Five Children in It. It's one of those ones that I would really like to do. It's a Sin 101. Very good series. Totally agree. It's a Sin 105. Excellent commentary. Thank you very much for that. I get confused when I'm watching it because I'm not really sure if what I'm saying is the right thing, but I tried to be honest with you guys and ladies and whoever you choose to be. It's a Sin 105. My mum, who is a similar generation of the show, was really affected by it. She also said how lovely it was that the show got all her friends talking about the people they knew who died from AIDS, and because of the stigma, they hadn't really been spoken of and remembered properly in 40 years. That's really sad. That reminds me of the scene with Gregory. They just completely erased him by burning all his stuff at the end. Also, in case you didn't know, Gill's character was based on a real person Russell T Davies knew, and because the character was so similar for the real person, he said he couldn't even change the name. The real Jill showed up in the show as Jill's mother. My friend Bren just says that, and I found that Jill's parents in the show were amazing characters as well, really supportive. So thank you for that. 103. It's a Sin. Haha, already crying again. Just watching this reaction. Aw, Colin. Just too humble and pure. It's always the innocent ones. Classic storytelling for a writer to make you fall in love with a character and then rip them away from you halfway through. Makes the point of the story even more serious, terrifying and sad. Yes, it does. Colin was a great character, and that was the last thing I expected to happen to him. It's a Sin 105. The Jill character is based on Russell T Davies' friend Jill Nalder. How'd you say that? Who incidentally plays Jill's mother in the show. Much recognition to her. She was a fantastic character, and thank you to her for having so much support for the community. Such an amazing series, surpasses all my expectations. Really liked your reactions as well. Great commentary. Thank you very much. It's a Sin 101. When Richie chucked away the condoms his dad gave away, I was like, uh-oh, not a good idea, mate. Definitely, that's exactly what I thought as well. Even nowadays, I would still use them. Lord of the Rings 78. Hi, I like your t-shirt and cup. Thank you. It's a Sin 105. I've finished it today and I was heartbroken too, specifically in the Jill and the man in the hospital. That was very emotional. Because maybe I would feel shame as well if it happened to me. I'm letting you know this would be how I would feel. I would probably end up being the man in the bed because I would push people away from embarrassment. So that's good they had a character like Jill to step in and be a good ally. Episode 105. Did you burp at the beginning? Sometimes I do, sorry. I think it's funny to leave that in. Cobra Kai 309, Feel the Night. Oh, Sam's nightmare is about to come true. I almost spoiled it for those who haven't seen it. I was actually raging at the last episode. You'll see that next Sunday, so awesome. And last reaction. Last comment on YouTube. I typically don't cry often, but I'm not embarrassed to admit I cried multiple times watching this show. Best TV show that I've seen in over a decade. It's one of the best TV shows I've seen for a long time, and I always enjoy Russell T Davies's shows, whether it's Doctor Who. I really enjoyed Banana, Tofu and Cucumber. Maybe I should do a rewatch of those because I haven't seen those for a few years. Also, as mentioned, the Queer as Folk thing, I've seen it on Erin, which is long time ago. So maybe I should do a rewatch on those. I'm not really good on Twitter or Instagram for sharing these videos, and I appreciate all your comments. Thanks for having the patience to sit through, and hopefully I mentioned you. Hopefully you got to see a reply to your comment. So we'll do that again next month. So because you've been patient, I'll let you know a couple of videos that are coming up in the future next month. I'll let you know. We've got hopefully Xena, Warrior Princess. Hopefully we'll get Sequest DSV Unblocked. We've got the Muppets Valentine Show. We've got Return of the King to conclude the Lord of the Rings. We've got the Muppet Show Sex and Violence. Fantastic Mr. Fox with George Clooney. The Muppet Show Episode 1. Rocket Man from 1997, not the Elton John one. And as episode 200, this is episode reaction 201, I filmed episode 200, and for that, just for those who have watched the comment reaction, we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer original pilot, the one with the different Willow in it. So thank you for that, and I've got some other ones coming up soon as well. I haven't filmed yet, but we're getting there, and they're good, hopefully. So thank you for being patient and sitting through the comments with me, and I appreciate that again. I appreciate all your comments, and I guess we'll see you again soon for another video. Thank you for your time, and cheers.